Hey YouTube, what's going on? Head Bada coming at you. I just wanted to give you a nice little reaction video to the Falcons win over the Cowboys yesterday, 19-13. I'm telling you, man, this team, the Atlanta Falcons, they just find ways to win. And Matt Ryan clearly is the leading candidate for the MVP. I mean, look what happened yesterday. It was, I think, second down and second and third or something with like 30 seconds left in the in the in the second quarter. DeMarcus Ware comes around and not even touched, and he drills. I mean, absolutely fucking obliterates Matt Ryan. What does Matt Ryan do? Gets up, throws a pass right to Roddy White for a first down. I mean, this guy's toughness is unbelievable. I mean, it's a shame that none of the other media outlets are not prepping this up, because it's amazing how this guy can just get up from a hit and make the plays and get his team in a position for the score. Really, in all honesty, it should have been let's see, it should have been 25 to 13 if Matt Bryant makes those two field goals. The spread would have been a little bit larger, just to show you how dominant this Falcons team is. I mean, they didn't even allow a touchdown to Tony Romo. And people are saying, Tony Romo's this, Tony Romo's that. I mean, they're still a really good team. I mean, if you look at the weapons they have, Miles Austin, Dez Bryant, Jason Witten, I mean, they are a pretty stacked team. It's just the fact that, sometimes Romo makes mistakes and the defense plays. But when Romo's on, Romo's a pretty good quarterback. But I'm telling you, I think this team, I don't want to say is going to go to the Super Bowl. Really, in all honesty, as a true fan, all I want for the Falcons to see, I want them to win a playoff game. I do not give a shit if they go 16-0. They can go 16-0 and lose one playoff game, and I will be happy. As long as they are making some sort of progress in January. I want to see them actually stay in January rather than be a one and done, absolutely smoked by either the Giants or the 49ers or the Packers or the Bears. I mean, they've got to get over that hump. And the way this team is playing right now, I mean, they just find ways to win. Whether they're not playing their best, the defense is not, holding up, they're not creating any pressure. Really, they didn't really pressure Tony Romo. I mean, I think they only got like maybe 1 or 2 sacks on him. But what I think what their game plan is, they just try to contain it, and they just hope that they can limit it for the punts. And right now they're doing a pretty good job. I mean, this defense under Mike Nolan is really stepping it up, and I love the Dirk Cutter offense. This offense, but like I said before, Dirk Cutter, please use the no huddle. You have got to start using the no huddle more. Let Matt Ryan call the plays from the line of scrimmage. No, none of this calling the plays from the huddle. I mean, look what happened in the third quarter. They were down at their own 10-yard line, and in about 40 seconds or so, he just drives the length of the field and gets his team in a scoring position. Let him utilize that more often. I mean, yeah, if you want to call plays, fine, but when you see him get into a rhythm, when you see him throw an 8-yard pass to Matt Ryan or to Julio Jones or Roddy White, go quickly to no huddle. Do a quick dive for Michael Turner to get the first down. Don't let the defense get set. Please. You play New Orleans next week. That's a really tough game at the Superdome. The record might not indicate it. I know New Orleans has the shittiest defense on the planet, but it's still a division game, and they're still going to bring their A game. So, come on. Against the worst defense in the league, you have got to use the no-huddle offense. You've got to get them tired. Keep it going. Punch it down their throats. And that's also another thing. Michael Turner. People have been writing Michael Turner off because he's, he hasn't been able to actually do anything until yesterday. But that's the thing about Michael Turner, is that he may not get a lot of yards, but he wears down that defense. Look at his freaking legs, for one thing. The guy's got massive tree trunks. It's unbelievable. So you just keep running it down their throats. Eventually they're going to get tired. And that way you can just open it up for the play action pass, which they somewhat use. I think Matt Ryan threw a 38-yard the deep ball to Julio Jones. But the way the other teams in the NFC, I mean, the NFC is stacked. I mean, you got the Giants, you got the Packers, you got the Bears. The Bears are sick too. I think the biggest threat to the Falcons are the Bears. Don't even forget the 49ers. The 49ers are a sick team too. So really at this point, it's hard to justify who's going to come out of that division. But the one thing I want to see, the one thing I think any Falcons fan wants to see, I mean, of course, a Super Bowl would be nice, especially how they've started 8-0. They essentially could clinch the playoffs by the end of November. But they've got to win a playoff game. Until they do that, they're not an elite team. But once they win that playoff game, Falcons fans and the Falcons media, you will be an elite team. You just have to win that one playoff game. You can do it, Matty Ice. I know you can. You're the shit!